You're listening to Embrace Your Snake, the #1 podcast for creatives and entrepreneurs that have big ideas and just need a little help to get them out into the world. I'm your host, Michael Jackson, and today we're talking about decision making. I love the idea of everything in the world is possible. All you have to do is decide to do it. I'm going to talk about it in terms of a song that I like, one of my favorites by a band called Rush. So I've gone back and I've listened to just about all the episodes that I've done so far. This is episode number 24, if I'm counting properly, which I may not be. But anyway, it's 22, 23, 24, somewhere along there. Anyway, and I think I'm starting to find a voice. But one of the things that I have noticed is I love music, apparently. I always have. But I keep adding music into the stories that I'm telling. And I think that's because, one, I used to play a lot of music. 2, I love listening to music. And 3, music is just, it teaches us so much. There's a lot in music, whether it's, I'm going to use the term classical, meaning, Baroque or Romantic or classical, all those genres of music, all the way up to, punk or bluegrass or country or, I wonder if Western is different than country. Anyway, hip hop has a lot to teach us. And rock, blues, all those things have jazz. I don't want to leave that out for all the people that love jazz. There's a lot to learn from music, and I think that's why I keep bringing up these things in my conversations with you guys. So today I want to talk about one of my past favorite bands, and I still like them. I just don't have a chance to listen to them as much because I keep listening to a bunch of new stuff. And I do love, Post Malone. I like Billie Eilish. I do like new music. And we'll get into a whole discussion of that at some other time. But today we're going to talk about an album by a band called Rush. And we're going to talk specifically about a song from their album Permanent Waves called Freewill. And there's one, I guess it's 2 lines the way it's written. There's 2 lines in that song that I really love. And we're going to apply that to life and business today. And in the middle of the second, the third and fourth line of the chorus go, "If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice." If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. I just love that visualization of that, because there's so many people who say, well, you know what? There's a big decision coming up. They need more time to think about it. They want to run it by their partners. They want to just think about what to do if this situation comes up or that situation comes up. And when you listen to that lyric, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. So you've decided by not deciding to live in the ambiguity of whatever situation it is that you want to think that you're putting on hold. There is no such thing as I have not made a choice. It just means you're living in ambiguity. That happens a lot with people who want to do contracts and they're like, maybe we should put this off or we can do something about it later. If you don't do something about it, you've done something about it. You've done nothing, which is the same as doing something, but in a negative way. I hope I'm not just rambling today, because to me, this makes a lot of sense. Non-decisions are as powerful as positive decisions, okay? If you decide, for example, that you are going to deliver something on a certain day, that means you have now set into motion all the things in this universe, in this world, in your business, in your life, in your client's life, and in your client's business that say, this thing is going to happen, and in a positive way, we're going to make that thing happen. Now, if you also say, on the other side of that, I'm just not going to decide right now, you have still put something into motion. You've put into motion the whole idea of ambiguity, of change, of uncertainty, of fear. All of those things that say, I'm not going to make a choice, is a choice that you have made by being lackadaisical, by not thinking your thoughts through and coming to the positive decision instead of letting the negatives take you wherever the negatives take you. That is a powerful, powerful thing to remember. Anytime you decide to let something just slide, you have made a choice in the negative that will come back and find you some way. There is no such thing as not making a decision. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Let that sink in. I don't think I need to literally rip on that too much more today. I live that. I'm not going to call it a mantra. What is that? That saying. I like that saying. I like that thought process. And I try and remember it every time a decision point comes up, that I can decide to do something, and hopefully my decision guides where things go, as opposed to saying, I'm not going to decide, and now something else takes over and it makes a decision for me. Okay? So go out and get Permanent Waves, or download it, or listen to Freewill. I think you'll really like the song. It's a great song by Rush. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Embrace decisions. They're yours to make. Even if you think you made a wrong decision, you've done something that you can control, and now make another decision to change that. Don't not decide, because not deciding is still deciding. I just love that. Anyway, this is Michael Jackson. I'm out. Peace.